Hello guys, it's GW3K. I am currently at the desktop computer and I am going to be making some beats. I'm sure you guys don't even know, but ever since 2022 January 6th, I've become interested in making my own music. So after looking up on the internet and YouTube, I found some videos and one of them told me to use Audacity and a website called looperman.com. And ever since I've made 2 albums on the computer and after I finished the second album, I said to myself that I was going to take a break until January 2023. So we are now going to make a new third album or just simply make a single song for the new year. Let's get into it. Alright guys, I got everything open. So I will now show you the apps and resources I use for making my music. This website is called looperman.com. I use this website and I pull loops and samples, aka components of music from this website that people upload onto here. Everything is completely free if you guys want to check it out. This is Audacity. This is the program that I put my music files and components into to edit them, and what I use to make the beats and finalize them. This is File Explorer, so of course I got all my music organized. Everything goes to here that I download and export. And last but not least, this is Media Player. Since I use a Windows laptop, no, not laptop, PC desktop, and it's Windows, of course it has the built-in app Media Player where I can organize albums and playlists of music files that are saved to the computer. So this is called the Beginner's Album, of course. This is the first album I've ever made, 10 songs. The last one is just snippets and pieces of the previous 9, so that's why it's called Album Recap. This is just random genre. I did whatever for this one. This one's called Back in the Day. As y'all can see with the album cover, I kind of wanted to do like a lo-fi or R&B soul, slight hip-hop theme to this one. You know, just chill music. And these are my 22 albums that I organized, but now we're going to be making our songs, so let's get into it. We're going to go to the website now, and I'll let you guys know when I find something I like. Okay guys, I found a loop that sounds pretty good. I think I'm going to use this. This loop is called Playbook by RJ Passon or Payson, whichever one. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you out loud. Hey, it sounds pretty good. I think I'm gonna use it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and click download. I'm gonna get this file. Go to File Explorer, Downloads tab. I'm gonna minimize the window. And now, let's bring this in. Ignore the 169 files that I have from the whole 2022 and earlier. We're just gonna ignore that whole thing. Like, um, we are. Yep, we're gonna use this. Let's see. Yep, that works. So now I'm gonna look for some drums. Okay, I found another loop. This is drums this time. The person who made this, I guess, is Red Nas DFL. But yeah, this is a trap loop. We are gonna try it out. Music making is all about experimentation, so we at least have to see if this works out or not. So, hold on, guys. Okay, this is what it sounds like. Oh, and I made sure that both the melody and the drums are exactly 160 beats per minute, so it can match up more. So, oh, and this is common, you know. Sometimes the melody or the drum is half the length of the rest of the other loop. If that makes sense, I'm sure you guys see what I mean. So I usually just highlight whatever may be short length, and I use the effect repeat. Usually I only need to repeat it once, and that extends it a little. Now we're gonna see what this sounds like right about now. Hey. Okay? Okay, I like this. Oh, and I usually make my music in the form of loops. So if the music usually sounds the same for like 2 minutes or a minute and a half, that's because it's meant to be that way. Sometimes I like just making loops of just the drums and a melody, but other times I like doing more with my music and actually making like a song, like it alternates. Maybe I'll change the pitch or the reverb or the slowness or the fastness. No, the swiftness, I guess. There's a better word for that, but the swiftness of the sound. Or I switch out the drum beat with another one, or I switch out the melody. But a lot of the times, even then, it just remains as a loop still. But yeah, we found two good loops, and even though sometimes I just make it with the drum and the loop, I honestly want to see if I can find something else just so we can maybe find one more component that could kind of help us add more than just the drums and a melody. Usually I at least try to do that. So let's find one. Okay guys, so usually I try and find like a flute because it's one of my favorite instruments that I like to listen to when it's nicely done in music. And no offense to this creator, but what in the world is this? This goofy behind Flute Loop, what is this? Okay, okay. I mean, it can be used for something. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna download this now. Oh, okay, that. Why did it? Why did it low key sound a little good though? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, you will often meet the weird side of me when I record long enough. Like sometimes y'all have no idea. I act weird a lot. I like being silly. So don't mind me when those moments happen. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, guys, so I downloaded a couple Flute Loops that, well, we are going to experiment with them. I forgot which ones I downloaded already, so here's just all the creators from this random list. It's in a blue hyperlink text. Okay, so now that we confirmed that that's although a silly and low-key good sounding loop, we are now going to try two other ones. Let's see what this one is like. This is what it sounds like alone. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try this one. I mean, I guess it was decent. Hold on. Like I said, I like to alternate between how my songs sound. So if it really is a good loop and I want to at least try again to give it a shot, sometimes I just make it to where whatever may be messing it up is just gone. So sometimes maybe it just needs the beat and then the loop itself to sound good. So let's see what this would sound like. Yeah, I don't know. So, alright, I guess we're gonna go ahead and use the other one then. That one was better. Now let's listen to this with the drum alone, I'm just trying to get the sound. Now I know what you're thinking. It may sound interesting when it's just the beat and a single melody, but trust me, everything is better once you actually put stuff together, because sometimes what two melodies put together may sound like is way different than if one of them were to be playing alone with the beat. So this sounds like a whole nother thing, But trust me, once you mix in some sounds, it sounds interesting when you do this. So let's listen to all three of these again. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Okay. So we have some options. I can fade in the flute so it can just be these two sounds, or I can just keep it like this the whole time, but no. Sometimes when I add in another melody, I kind of just want to have that as an extra that just ends up having its appearance in the song because I put together two parts or components that just sound too good together for me to just be adding something else. So we'll see how I want to do it. Okay guys, I believe I am done with this song now. I don't know what to call it, but I am going to export this whole thing now. And from this first song, I am going to see if I'm making an album what I want this theme to be, or if I just want to make whatever. So yeah, go ahead and take a listen. And then I looped that around, but then at a later time I added the flute. And then I kind of let the melody ride out, but halfway through I added like a pitch increase of 2. Hold on, let me see if it's in percentages or not. Yeah, change pitch. Yep, it's percent change. So yeah, so I let this top melody, I think it's Rhodes. I think that's what this kind of sound is called, Rhodes. And I'll play this out so you guys can hear how I did this last part. Yeah, see, it kind of sounds good. So now I'm gonna export this, see what I want to call this, and I'll see if I want to make an album or not. I think I am. So in that case, I guess we'll see what kind of theme I want, what I want to call this song alone, and no, or rather what I want to call this song in the first place, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so one thing I learned about producing music and songs is that sometimes you just gotta go off of what comes to mind when listening to the song, when you make it right away, when it comes to naming your stuff. So what came in mind was Party in the Deep Blue Sea, because the sound kind of sounds like some kind of ocean whistle. Yeah, I don't think ocean whistles exist or anything. I'm just, like I said, what comes to mind, what it sounds like to me. So, we are going to go ahead and create a new folder because I didn't do that yet. So, yeah. We're gonna go to music. This is where everything is at, so I'm gonna make a new folder now. I'm gonna go to the music on here. New folder. Alright guys, so if I am making an album, I just don't know yet, so we're gonna call it, for now, we are going to call it Unknown Album. Oh wow, okay, so it's right there, and we are going to save. And I am gonna rename this song to Number One Period Party in the Deep Blue Sea because I have to number these music files, so when I put them all together, if I am making an album and playlist, that it's in the order of which one I made first all the way to which one I finished the album on, if you know what I'm saying. So let me put one period space. Right. So now we can expect to see this in the media player app once we reopen it, and we can call the album whatever we want at a later time. But this is basically my process of how I make my music, and thank you guys for tuning in, for watching me make a piece of music at 3 a.m. Yeah, how about we pretend that says 3 p.m. Even though it's dark outside. Okay, let's just end it on this note. I will see you guys another time. Good night.